Welcome back to the Oklahoma Today podcast. I'm your host, Ben Lucian. And yes, we do already have a holiday-themed episode. I'm as surprised as you are, frankly. But if you need some help getting into the holiday spirit, might I suggest visiting our friends at the Oklahoma City Zoo, where you can see safari lights on display now through January 1st. We went to check it out ourselves recently. We actually ran into Oklahoma legend Gayla Peevey, the original singer of I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. If you're my age, you might know that song from being forced to sing it at a school assembly or something like that. We're so happy to have Gayla on the show. We'll talk to her in a moment. But first, we got to pay some bills. So let's have a word from our sponsor. This episode is brought to you by the Oklahoma Museums Association, dedicated to empowering the more than 500 museums across Oklahoma to strengthen their offerings and serve their communities. OMA members are an important part of the collective Oklahoma Museum voice. Members receive access to a variety of resources to help them connect to the museum profession. More information is available at okmuseums.org. All right, now we're going to bring in our lovely panel here, and it looks a little different this time. We've got Kaitlyn Rivas. You're the communications and research specialist for Travel Oklahoma. You're here in the office with us.
Yes. I'm the newest media person here for Oklahoma Tourism. Been here about a month. Loving it so far.
We're so excited to have you here.
Thank you.
Very cool. Well, we've got a lot to dive into as far as our question of the week goes. Now, we asked some very serious questions of the week on here.
Very serious matters.
In honor of Gayla Peevey, I thought, well, what zoo animal would you like to have as a Christmas present? And well, before we get into that, quick disclaimer, if you're planning on surprising someone with an exotic animal for Christmas, don't do it.
No,
not recommended.
Or any animal.
No animal surprises.
No, like I knew someone once whose grandparents bought him 2 basset hounds for Christmas and told no one they were doing that. So the grandparents ended up with 2 basset hounds.
Yeah, unless you're my husband Philip, then you can buy whatever you want.
Hear that, Philip? Yeah.
Carly's giving you permission.
Carly is about to tell you what to get her for Christmas. Listen very closely. Also, can we just really take a minute and say happy birthday, Carly?
Oh, yes, happy birthday.
Yay, it's Carly's birthday tomorrow.
36.
36 years young.
Well, Carly, we'll just start with you since we're over here. Question of the week. What zoo animal do you want for Christmas? What are you hoping to find under your tree?
This was a hard one because I love animals so much, and there are so many great animals at the zoo. But I think I would have to go with a capybara because it's already got the last name. And also, they get along with every kind of animal. Like, big cats live near where they live in, I want to say Brazil, and they won't eat them unless there's absolutely nothing else to eat because they're so chill that, like, nobody wants to bother them.
Yes.
So, it's wonderful.
Capybara, Carly Ybarra. I mean, this is perfect.
I love that video of the pelican trying to eat the baby capybara, and the capybara doesn't even appear to know what's happening.
It doesn't care because they're the chillest animals on earth. It's
so
wonderful.
Yeah.
They're shaped really well to not be eaten.
No,
Yes,
they look like tiny minivans.
Tiny
Right?
furry minivans, yes.
Yeah.
They're so cute. That's a
They're
good
stout,
answer, Car.
for sure. Well, Kaitlyn, you've given this question a lot of thought.
Yeah, I have, and I even dressed the part for it.
Yes.
However, I don't know that I could withstand not eating a capybara because my animal I want under my tree, my dogs would probably also be a fan, is a leopard. I like the big cats, mainly because they're feisty and kind of scary, like myself. And
We don't think you're scared.
and very vocal. I'm a talker. It's what I do for a living, and I'm fast.
Nice.
Fast.
Fast.
I like that.
Like a leopard.
Like a leopard.
Yes.
Like a Bigfoot.
Oh, yes. Like a Bigfoot. Now, Kaitlyn, the listeners don't know this. She amazed us with her Bigfoot Sasquatch impression during the Halloween festivities.
That's true. And last week on Fox 25.
Until like just now. Just me. That's so funny.
Yep.
You really embodied the spirit of the.
I mean, it's who I am on the inside. So I just, I was born to be Bigfoot. So
Yes.
So it's a very authentic expression of your truest self. I like that.
Yeah.
Those Jack Links commercials really speak to
I do love beef jerky.
Yeah. Nathan, what about your answer?
I kind of had two, but they're close to each other at the Oklahoma City Zoo. So whichever, Santa, take your pick. But for cuteness, I said / companionship, I said a red panda because they're the cutest, right? They're the best.
I just want to hug them.
I know, I love them. They do have those claws though, so
That's
not
okay.
completely unhelpful.
It's worth it.
But then for defense, a capybara, a cassowary.
We're all just going to say
A
capybara.
cassowary, which is the big flightless bird that will mess. It's basically a velociraptor. It's the closest thing you can get to a velociraptor.
Yes, I've seen these
living dinosaurs.
creatures.
They're terrifying.
They can't even. My understanding is that the males and the females cannot be together all of the
Oh,
time
really?
because they'll tear each other apart.
Wow.
So even of the same species, they have to be separated because they're very aggressive.
Yeah,
I
I'm getting
understand
one.
that.
I'm keeping.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it in the front yard.
Like a gargoyle.
No political candidates. No door-to-door salespeople. Nothing. Just
Yeah,
everybody.
you can put up a
will-
sign that's like, you can sell something if you can get past the cassowary.
No, you know what? If you can get past the cassowary, I'll buy it. And I'll vote for you. Yeah.
Right.
I'll buy two. Yeah. What about you, Ben? What?
Yeah, on the
Beat
12
that, no.
on the 12 days of Christmas, I don't know where that animal
I
fits
think
in.
the cassowary tore down the pear tree and ate the partridge.
So for me, I would love to get a penguin under the tree.
Aw.
They're
That's
just
good.
very funny to look at. You can't look at a penguin and just not be filled with joy, I think.
That's true.
They just waddle around, and they're very like stiff but also formal. I don't know.
But also
It's
very cute and very bubbly and fun. I don't know if this is true. It probably isn't. But I saw a thing the other day that said that the Chinese word for penguin is basically means business goose. Now,
Okay.
I don't know if that's true. It's probably
wanna
not,
think
but I
it's
want it to
true.
be.
That makes total sense.
That should
Right?
be the new English name, as far as I'm
Business
concerned.
goose. Yeah.
Well, we had some good answers online. Pam Ferguson says a big kitty, maybe a lion.
No.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I think we need a distinction because the kitties are lions kitties. I'm not sure.
All cat are
Yeah.
kitties.
Kitties.
All cats are
All
kitties.
cats are kitties.
I don't know if this is still true, but it used to be that you could go to the Oklahoma City Zoo and get lion poop to put on your garden to like scare away
Huh.
things. I don't know if that's still true, but it used to be.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting the last part of that sentence.
Was that you? Yeah. No, there was no way to prepare you for that.
No.
Yeah.
I was expecting the last part. It's weird. The other parts I wasn't expecting. Blair Baxter Hinson says a bat.
I love it. I love, if I were a witch, like a cartoon witch that had a familiar, I would absolutely have a bat.
Now, what's the best kind of bat to keep around the house?
I would say flying fox would probably be the most convenient. And
I mean, but you'd have to have like
they're
a witch's
huge.
castle. They're gigantic.
Well, you know, they're no bigger than Minnie. Just throw some wings on Minnie.
Yeah.
Put wings on your dog.
That's kind of terrifying, actually.
Can you imagine your dog flying around?
No, I can't, and I don't want to.
Mark Hartley says, agrees with Carly, a capybara. Yes.
It's a good answer.
It
It's
is.
a really good answer.
It is a good answer. Barbara Dalton says a giant panda. Not the red panda, the giant panda.
Those things are fun. They're cute.
Yeah, they're vegetarians,
Yes.
so you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about like hunting large game for them.
We will say we've heard. Didn't you tell me, Carly, that the zoo handlers of pandas have a really hard time?
Pandas are little tricksters.
Yeah.
They definitely, they're smart and they like to cause a ruckus. So
Yeah.
Are they
So-
smart?
I mean,
I've seen some videos.
I
I'm
feel
not
like
sure.
they live for a long time, so they seem to
Yeah.
like maybe get to know their handlers pretty well, and yeah. I mean, how smart can a group of animals be if they only eat one food? But
I've seen Kung Fu Panda, and that guy's kind of smart. Well, I don't know how smart he is. He's played by Jack Black.
It's not like koalas, which are very dumb,
yeah,
biologically speaking.
That is true. We
but
all.
that's okay. Dumb
that's a
animals are.
fact.
It's okay to be dumb. It's
okay. I'm a dumb animal.
The
Don't want to make
koala,
koalas
the koala
feel
wears
bad.
it well.
Our
Yeah.
koala viewers.
Pamela Riggin says a giraffe.
Oh,
Good answer, Pam.
nice.
Now she doesn't. You do need a very high ceiling for the giraffe.
Yeah,
You
and you
can't
need to get all the
Or a
power.
hole.
You need to get
a hole,
no power lines in your backyard.
a little porthole for the giraffe. That's hilarious.
If I had a giraffe, I'd put a hat on him.
And Heidi Hills, we're on the same
What's up, Heidi?
wavelength. Heidi says a penguin.
Good
Yes.
Love
answer.
it.
Great
Good answer,
answer,
Heidi.
obviously.
Yeah.
I still am surprised that nobody said Moo Deng.
Yes.
I know.
She's so hot right now.
I know.
And there's supposed to be another little baby somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's always just a new baby coming in and
I
replacing the
know.
old one.
Maybe I'll ask
baby.
Gayla Peevey about the popularity of Moo Deng.
I definitely think we need to have
Oh,
Gayla Peevey
yes.
weigh in on
Yes,
Moo Deng.
yes.
Absolutely.
Like, was Moo Deng the hippopotamus you were picturing? Because I
all
think
those years ago when you wrote that.
I think so. I think she had a prophecy.
Now, Chris, I see you're a little busy behind the camera. Did you want to chime in on this question of the week?
So giraffe.
Uh-huh.
If it's from the zoo, just because they're
Good
so
answer.
cool.
Yeah.
And but I put a lot of thought into this, and I really want a pet coyote.
Oh.
Because
Okay.
we've seen the little puppy
Yeah.
at Sequoia, and he's just so cute. They're smart. They're wily.
Mm-hmm.
They live everywhere.
Wiley.
Wiley. Chris Cam.
So recently, there was a person, I don't remember what state it was in. I want to say Texas because, that makes sense. But they actually had a coyote. They had found a coyote and they didn't realize that that's what it was. They thought it was a dog and they took it to a rescue and the rescue was like, this is a coyote. What are you doing?
No, that's the same story as what happened to Sequoia, only backwards. They found it. They said, "Oh, we have a coyote," and they took it somewhere, and they didn't say where on purpose. And that rescue said, "No, that's a dog. Take it home." They took it home, and then they're like, "No, this is a coyote." They took it back, and they said, "Well, now it's been tagged, and so we can't take it, and now it's at Sequoia."
Oh. I feel like the people at that
okay.
rescue should be better at knowing their animals.
Yeah, which is why we don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Coyote,
If
Yeah.
you do need some coyote companionship, he's not a coyote, but he acts like one.
Oh.
One of my dogs.
Okay.
Just let me know.
Okay.
Is his name Wiley?
His name is Lincoln.
Lincoln.
I love that.
Perfect.
When I was a kid, there were coyotes like behind my house because I lived in the country and all the time.
There are a
Yeah.
bunch behind my house too. They come up and they eat the cat food that one of my neighbors leaves out. Not the cats, thankfully. But
Yet.
yeah.
Yet.
Yeah.
No, I saw a cat fight one off one time. It just batted him in the face and then it ran away.
Impressive.
Wild.
Yeah, they
Cats
are.
There's
Well,
tough cats out in Bethany, apparently.
I just watched a video yesterday of cats attacking other animals.
Oh, yeah.
Cats don't fool around.
No, they do not.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's why I said lions are big kitties.
Yeah.
Bringing it full circle.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, what joy and what surprise when I open up my eyes and see our hippo hero, Gayla Peevey, there to be interviewed by the Oklahoma Today podcast. Let's hear from her now. Well, I'm with my new best friend, Gayla Peevey here. You might not recognize her now, but Gayla.
I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Only a hippopotamus will do.
Perfect. And now you know exactly who I'm talking to. It's Gayla Peevey, the original singer of I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. That's become just sort of a timeless holiday classic. So thank you so much for giving that to us. It's a present that keeps on
Oh, thank you. And
Yes.
you know the best part of it, it always brings a smile
giving. Exactly.
every time because it's
Yes.
cheery and upbeat and it just, people smile is great.
And what animal can smile bigger than a hippo? There's
Boy,
not
that
one.
is for sure.
So what is the story of how you came originally to sing that song? How was it that they were able to select you to sing that?
I get that question a lot. I was already singing professionally here in Oklahoma City on TV and 2 or 3 different shows and singing all over the state. As a child, I did that. And then I got a record contract through the TV station manager sent off and so I got a record contract with Columbia Records and they flew me to New York. The very first song that Mitch Miller gave me to record was, guess what?
Yes.
I want a
our famous,
hippopotamus for Christmas.
Hippo Hero song. Yes.
Yeah. Originally, that was the title,
Yeah.
Hippo the
Okay.
Hero. But it got changed a little to just make it more singable. And so the title was changed with the approval of John Rocks, the
Yes.
composer,
Right.
to I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. And boy, it took off, and it's been going now for 71 years every Christmas.
Well, when you originally sang that song, I mean, you must not have had any idea that it would live on forever and still be a favorite today.
I wouldn't have thought that, although the song is a really well-written song. It's just a good
yeah.
song. And I wouldn't have been surprised that the song itself lasted. But the original recording to last that long and to be the one that's still played, that is unusual. I would have never dreamed.
I think kids especially just love that song, and I think it's because you're singing it as a child, and then just sort of the kids can use some whimsy and imagine themselves, being around a bunch of zoo animals,
Oh yeah, I mean all kids love animals.
Yes.
And even though the hippopotamus is not a cute, cuddly, funny, jolly animal in real life, that's how hippos are portrayed in storybooks and songs.
From afar, they can look quite adorable.
Yeah. So what's the harm?
Right. You got to perform on the Ed Sullivan Show, the song?
Yes, in fact, that's where I introduced the song for that Christmas, was on the Ed Sullivan Show. So we kicked it off on the Ed Sullivan Show, and of course that was the most watched television show at the time in the 50s.
That must have been really exciting for you.
It was, Ben. It was just, actually, by the time that I recorded that song, I had already been a regular on a NBC show in Hollywood. So I was used to being on camera, and I was kind of a seasoned performer at that point, because people, people say, "Weren't you nervous?" And how did you feel with cameras and all? But I had been doing that for already, so
we're born for it.
I guess, I don't know.
Yeah. So I guess what's it like? You tune into every year the radio turns over for Christmas. What's it like to hear your song pop up during that time?
Well, I still get a bang out of it, even after all these years. It's just fun. It's really fun, and to have that legacy, and to bring something cheerful to the world in this day and age we're living in. It's kind of.
Well, has this whole experience made you personally into a Christmas super fan, I guess?
I've always been a Christmas fan.
Yes.
And I kind of separate, the holiday songs like that one, Hippopotamus for Christmas, from the real Christian Christmas songs. My favorite is Silent Night, which I sang on top of a 40-foot Christmas tree for 20 years in California. But yeah, it's just, I love Christmas, all facets of it.
Right. Well, it's a popular, question to ask, when is it appropriate to start playing Christmas music? I figure there's no better person to ask than Gayla Peevey.
Everybody has my permission as the Christmas person that you can play Christmas songs all year long. It's okay.
Yes.
You can do that. And I know people who do.
Yeah. Well, we should point out that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you did not actually, you don't get any royalties from the playing of the song, right?
Actually, I do.
Oh, you do?
But I did it for a lot of years.
Yeah. Okay, so that's been corrected.
It has been corrected.
That's fantastic.
I didn't know that I had an account.
What's the story behind that?
Yeah, my daughter, it's everywhere. You hear it. It's played on the radio, on the, series. It's everywhere. And she said, "Mom, you should be getting some kind of compensation." And so she looked into it and discovered that I had an account at Sony, which bought out Columbia Records. And it was just sitting there collecting, and I had no idea. Yeah. But I think some laws changed or something where the actual artist gets paid. Yeah. It used to be only the writer. And so whoever changed the laws, thank you.
Well, I'm glad it has worked out. That's a big relief to me. We had a question on the show. We were asking all the hosts if you had to pick a zoo animal to have for Christmas. Not that we're condoning that action, but if you had to, and you can't pick a hippo because you've already got the hippo.
I want a hippo.
Is there another zoo animal you would like to see under the Christmas tree?
Oh gosh, that's a hard question.
Yeah.
I don't want to compete with the hippo, so I'm not going to say rhinoceros or elephant. That would not be fair.
Yeah, rhinoceroses.
Well, I'll tell you, I just love giraffes, the gentle giants. You don't have to be afraid. You can feed them lettuce right in their mouth, and their little faces are so cute. So that's probably what I would pick.
Have you seen the giraffes out here at the Oklahoma City Zoo? It's just a new first-rate enclosure.
I did see them, and there's a number of them, and they're just so fascinating.
Yes.
I love their faces. Yeah, they're so cute.
The only problem with giraffes, if you're going to get it as a Christmas present, maybe you need a younger giraffe, because I don't know if the necks will be able to fit underneath the ceiling.
That would be tricky. Yeah, that might make it a little bit.
It might. I also have to ask, my friends on the show wanted me to ask you, do you know Moo Deng, the hippo? Have you seen any?
You know what? I haven't gotten into it yet, but I just heard about it, so I definitely will.
Okay, yeah. I mean, maybe if we need a remix with Gayla and Moo Deng,
Well, we could
just
write
an
a whole
idea.
new song.
Yeah, exactly.
There you
exactly.
go.
Well, Gayla, we haven't even pointed this out yet. We're here for a specific reason, not because right now this is the most beautiful background at the zoo, but because you're actually, in the future, there's going to be a statue here.
I know.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, so it's going to be you and the original the hippo that was donated to the zoo, right?
Matilda.
Yes, Matilda.
Yes. And that's the big story, that after the song came out, then they did a big campaign to
Right.
raise money to buy me a hippo. It was called the Gayla Peevey Hippo
Yeah.
Fund. And sure enough, by Christmas, I got to receive a live Nile hippo, even though she was small. She was a baby.
Yes.
And of course, she ended up at the zoo. They were kind enough to house her
Yeah.
for me. But she was here for 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had this wonderful relationship with the Oklahoma City Zoo because of Matilda and that whole big campaign
Yes.
and the song, and all of it just came together so beautifully, and it's now part of the zoo history.
Right. Did you feel a special connection to Matilda, the hippo?
Oh yeah, I mean I'd been singing all year. I mean for all through the Christmas season. I want a hippopotamus for
Right.
Christmas. I want a hippopotamus.
And there she is.
And there she was,
Yeah.
but it was just surreal. It was
Yeah.
just unbelievable.
So to be honored, for Christmases now and into the future, that's one thing. But now to have the statue, that's a whole nother level of
Oh
honor.
my goodness, it's beyond with my
Yes.
belief. I was so stunned, but I'm just honored. That's all I can say.
Are they going to give you a sneak peek, or are you going to be surprised with the unveiling with the rest of us?
I think I'm going to be surprised, and I can't wait. And I'm just still in a state of unbelief. It's such a wonderful honor and kind of a legacy.
Yes.
And, so it's just I'm very, very.
Well, maybe we'll meet again during the unveiling, hopefully.
Oh, yes, I hope so.
I'm excited for that whenever it happens. Gayla, you're the Mariah Carey of Oklahoma, so it's nice to be able to talk to you. Thanks so much for joining the show today.
Thank you, Ben.
Yes.
Enjoyed it.
Well, we're here today at Santa's Workshop. Just kidding. We're at the Oklahoma City Zoo. And joining me is Jenna Dodson. You're the event coordinator here at the zoo?
Events manager.
Events manager, yes. Well, Safari Lights, it's a winter wonderland out here. How long has Safari Lights been going on?
We started on November 9th and it will continue nightly, including Thanksgiving and Christmas Eve until January 1st.
Yes. Well, it's a great reason to visit the zoo. I mean, people come out during the warmer months, of course, to see the animals, but it's a great reason to come out during the winter months as well.
Exactly. We wanted to give people an opportunity to come to the zoo all 12 months of the year.
Yes. So what could you tell me about each one of these pieces? These are lanterns, as you call them, right?
Yes, we have over 70 lantern displays here for Safari Lights, and they are definitely heavily animal themed, but of course we have classic holiday lanterns as well.
And this goes all the way back through the zoo?
It does. So Safari Lights is a two-piece experience. The first piece is a drive-through experience. So you actually start at the back of the zoo and drive your vehicle through the zoo, and we have a drive-through course with lanterns set, and then you will exit towards the front of the zoo and park and come back in for our walkthrough experience that's on a completely separate pathway with even more lanterns, interactive pieces, photo ops, and some holiday treats as well.
Yes. Well, it's cool to see the zoo just totally transform at night with all the lights. How many lights total are included in the safari lights? Do you know?
There are roughly
A lot.
70 lanterns, but individual light bulbs in the thousands.
In the thousands.
Definitely, yeah.
Yes. Is there a favorite piece that you have out here?
Ooh, I have a few favorites. There is a giant African elephant lantern that I love, and a really beautiful butterfly tree as well.
Oh, okay. Where can I see the butterfly tree?
It's right through the plaza, so when you come back in for the walkthrough experience, you can't miss it.
Yes. How many years has Safari Lights been going on now?
This is our 4th year, so we started in 2021.
Oh, okay. Well, and it's already cemented itself as an Oklahoma City tradition. I'd say.
Yeah.
Yes. Are there any other sort of holiday events or, special attractions during the season?
Yeah, we will have Santa coming to see us nightly.
Is this Santa's throne back here? I don't know.
He has his own
Oh,
very
he has his
special
own.
setup. Yes,
Okay.
this is just for everyone to enjoy when they come out, but Santa will be here on select nights starting Thanksgiving and then the whole week of Christmas. He'll be here.
It's nice of Santa to make himself available.
I know, busy guy, but
Yes.
he's coming to OKC.
I know. He's got to do what he has to do as part of the job.
Yes.
Well, Jenna, thank you so much. I learned a lot about Safari Lights today.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
So Safari Lights is really fun.
Yes.
Like no matter what. Like even if you don't get to go on opening night, like and see Gayla, like it's a. But we took our best friends and their kids, and Brian and I went last New Year's Eve. We had the best time. It's so much fun. You guys have been, right?
Oh yeah,
It's so fun.
Driving under the tunnels that they put all kinds of lights on the top of it is just like so cool. So if you have a car that has like a moonroof or something, definitely take that one because it's really worth
good
the
idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never been, but I do plan on going and taking my dogs.
Oh, that'll be
they would
great.
love
Because
it.
I read that they can see the different colors and it looks cool to them.
Oh, that's cool. Fun times.
Don't dogs see colors as gray?
That's what I
No,
thought.
they
Isn't
have
there blue and
They
yellow?
have less cones in their eyes, so they don't see as many colors as we see.
Oh, okay.
But they do see color.
Okay.
I like how I can just ask any general animal question and Carly's
Carly knows it.
I like animals.
She knows it. I think it's wonderful.
Well, you want to go ahead and do Podvents.
Yes.
This is the part of the show where we go through the travelok.com event calendar and pick out a few of our favorite gems. We'll go ahead and start with Carly, right over here.
I'm right here.
Birthday.
For more than 6 centuries, the ghost with the most has been raising heck and vexing the living and the dead. So it's about time Beetlejuice got his own multiverse. His second film currently is streaming, and now he has his own musical. In fact, the juice will be set loose upon OKC November 19th through 24th at the Civic Center. Audiences are sure to have the time of their afterlives as they hear an all-new take on Tim Burton's tale of how Beetlejuice met Lydia, and then proceeded to torture her family and try to force the teen into marriage, kind of like the Music Man if he were an immortal trickster demon. Tickets to OKC Broadway Presents Beetlejuice, the Musical are $35 to $137, and you can order them at okcbroadway.com. Oh no!
She said it 3 times, and now there he is.
Okay, Beetlejuice.
He's so sweet.
Carly did a great job on
Carly
this sign.
brought props. She brought a honeycomb.
She really did. You can see
Taped
a nice honeycomb.
I love it.
Here on the back.
Everything here is DIY. Everything here.
I like how you had a honeycomb
Do
just
not eat the
around.
honey if Carly brings it.
You don't.
Yeah.
You don't want to know what kind of stuff I have in my office.
Right.
Let me tell you.
Well, Carly, we appreciate that. You also wrote a blog recently connecting Beetlejuice to Oklahoma's Jimmy Webb. Yes.
Yeah, he has a song that's featured pretty prominently in towards the end of the movie. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but if you have not seen Beetlejuice yet, I highly recommend it.
Animals, Tim Burton movies. I mean, what?
And it probably goes without saying, but no film company has paid us to say that.
No, I just really like Beetlejuice.
Although
Warner Brothers or whoever it is did not pay us a dime.
we're not going to turn them down.
They don't know we exist.
Kaitlyn, you want to go next? So we did not force you to write one of these. For the
We
record.
did not force you to write an event.
It's already enough that you're on the show.
Yes.
We thank you for that.
You are
I am
enough.
You went above and
so
beyond.
happy to be here.
Yes.
And it wasn't threatened at all. No, not really. I really am so happy to be here. And I was not asked to do this. I, out of the goodness of my heart, wanted to tell you all about the Boar's Head Feast.
Ah, yes.
Because I love a good pig.
Always wanted to go.
Love a good pig. So it's November 23rd, 7 p.m. at the Castle of Muskogee. We talked about witches.
Such a fun place, yeah.
You can spend an evening alongside Queen Elizabeth, R.I.P., during the Boar's Head Feast.
Too soon.
Inside the Castle of Muskogee. 5-course meal prepared by the Queen's chef de cuisine. Cheese, grapes, fresh bread, warm soup, and fresh salad. The main course is, of course, the pork steak with green beans and roasted potatoes. And then for dessert, you get cheesecake, because they totally had cheesecake back in the day.
Totally.
You can enjoy entertainment by minstrels, belly dancers. I will not be in attendance for that. Other performances, and, of course, a ceremonial presentation of the boar's head. I am actually really interested in seeing that. That seems a little crazy. So I would like to be a part of that. Guests will be transported back in time with authentic decorations, traditional clothing, jolly, festive, pig-filled atmosphere. So very exciting stuff. There's going to be camaraderie, history, and of course indulgence. It's the word I think of when I
need
think
indulgence.
of
3 of our favorite
a
things.
pig head somewhere. And then the best part, cash bar available to purchase all of those indulgences that you would like.
With your modern currency
With
of choice.
your-
With
Yeah.
your modern currency, and then have someone else drive you home.
Yes.
Yeah.
No
Or
pig
just
fun.
stay the night in Muskogee.
Or just stay
yeah.
the night in Muskogee.
Yeah.
In my
Lovely
20s, I had a pig mask, and I pranked my roommates by putting the large pig mask in the refrigerator. And it, like, terrified them.
Yeah,
I
I
bet.
would be pretty mad if you did that to me, too.
I hate that so much.
Yeah. Do not like.
That won't be happening to you at the Boar's Head Feast.
Better not. I will pull out my leopard skills.
Oh, yeah. We don't want to see that.
I am though. So I haven't been to this, but I've been to one of those medieval feast things shows. And you don't have silverware. You eat with your hands.
Oh.
So I want to know: am I going to be eating pig
That's true.
with my hands?
I feel like everything on there could be. You could eat with your hands.
Yeah.
Right? Well, no, soup. You would need.
Yeah,
You can't eat soup with your hands.
You could pick
You
up the bowl
you
and
chug?
slurp it.
Oh
Chug?
yeah, I guess you could.
That's bad table manners,
You
but
guys drinking from the bowl.
I didn't know you weren't supposed to do that. I've been doing it wrong the whole time, I guess.
He always eats like that.
Nathan, what was your event?
it's a really fun one actually. Although it's one that I probably won't do just because I'm not a motorcycle guy.
Okay.
But if you're a motorcycle person,
News to me.
This actually sounds like what?
News to me.
News to you, yeah.
I
News to everybody
figured
that I'm not a motorcycle
you were
guy.
a big motorcycle guy.
But I did have a really good time at this place. So it's at Crossbar Ranch in Davis, which is down in the Arbuckle Mountains, right off I-35. 2017, 2018, somewhere in there, we got to go on a work trip and drive Polaris ATVs around this property, which is like 5,000. It's a huge property. Many acres of the Arbuckle Mountains with some really gorgeous views. Well, Wednesday, November 20th through Saturday, November 23rd, not November 21st, November 23rd is what they're calling Rock Fest, which is not a music festival, but just a celebration of riding off-road motorcycles over all those rocks and dirt. There's 150 miles of trails at Crossbar Ranch, and you can come ride them. They're going to have group rides that are guided, or you can bring a friend and ride just just the two of you and explore on your own. They do ask that you not go by yourself. Just for safety reasons, and also they ask that you be off the trails by 4:30 because it's deer season, and you don't want to run into anybody.
No, you don't want that at all.
Yeah. So those are kind of the rules. But it's hosted by Oklahoma Adventure Riders. Like I said, it's a motorcycle-only event. You're going to want to bring tools, a tire kit, and water and snacks. You should bring water and snacks wherever you go, frankly. You can also stay overnight at Crossbar Ranch if you want to. It's $59 for a one-day entry, and the price goes up from there to $399 for a 4-day entry that also includes RV hookup. So if you have an RV, you want to bring your RV, they've got the full hookup down there too. So it's going to be really fun. Just several days of riding around motorcycles in the Arbuckles. Gorgeous. You want to go to okadvriders.com. That's their website, Oklahoma Adventure Riders, or call 580-716-0531.
Very cool.
Yeah. Sounds like a good time, right?
It does, yes.
I'm not kidding. That property is really, really, really pretty. Like, it's a gorgeous bit of land.
I
to
bet
ride
it's a
around
really
on.
nice time of year to
Yeah,
explore it also.
yeah. I bet the leaves are going to be changing. It's going to be
Yes.
really nice. What about you, Ben?
Well, this is for all the intrepid explorers out there. Who's ready to face the elements for a run through the Yukon during this week's Chill Your Cheeks 5K? Actually, I'm going to be real. This is a run through Yukon, Oklahoma, not a run through the frigid Canadian Yukon territory. And though we're recording this a few weeks in advance, and anything is possible weather-wise, I'm beginning to doubt we will be seeing true cheek-chilling conditions for this run Saturday, November 23rd through Chisholm Trail Park. But hey, that should actually be a good thing, right? Because the last thing I want to worry about when completing the 5K run at 5 p.m. or Jingle Walk at 5:30 p.m. During this running exhibition that coincides with Yukon's Christmas in the Park event is catching hypothermia. It also means conditions should be good for the mascot dash at 4:30 p.m., wherein mascots from high schools and colleges from across the region will compete in a 100-yard dash for costume supremacy. I've got a big bet riding on Buddy Bronco. Don't let me down. Online, your registration for the 5K and Jingle Run can be done for $25 to $30 at yukonok.gov, but the digital portal closes Tuesday. Not to worry, though, because you will still be allowed to register in person the day of the race for $35 to $40. So come one, come all to the Chill Your Cheeks run, even if the only cheeks getting chilled are from the icy hot applied by those who don't stretch properly beforehand. For more information, call 405-350-5941 or email Braden Kastrop, that's B Kastrop, BCASTROP at yukonok.gov.
I want to go watch that mascot race. I
Yes.
don't want to
That sounds
participate, but
very
I want to watch.
interesting.
I would
Yeah.
love to see, just all the various participants. Who was everyone's mascot in high school?
We were the Wolves, but we did.
Uh-huh.
I don't.
No costume mascot?
I don't remember us having a costume mascot. But
We
that
were the
doesn't seem
Comets,
right.
not the Oklahoma City Comets, a different kind of Comets.
Uh-huh.
No costume mascot, although we did have a guy who would dress up as a banana sometimes.
Because, bananas and comets
'cause
go
why not?
together.
It's,
It
you know,
was yellow. We had blue
it's
and
yellow
gold.
and long.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. Okay.
Kaitlyn, what was your school mascot?
I got you beat. I was a zebra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you the mascot in high school?
Um,
Did you wear the costume?
Because you were such a natural as Sasquatch.
no.
Okay.
No, I didn't wear the zebra costume, although I played softball, so our
Oh.
eye black was zebra striped.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
The Claremore Zebras.
Claremore
Yeah.
zebras.
Claremore
Zebra's
zebras.
actually a great mascot because they refuse to be domesticated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's only 2 in the whole country. 2
Really?
schools that are zebras.
Really
Yeah.
nice.
There you
They
go.
were red and white, so we're unique zebras.
I love that.
Yeah.
Nathan, did you have a school mascot?
Ours was the Westmore Jaguars. Our school paper was the Jag Wire.
That's cute.
Ours was the
Hilarious.
rough draft because all of the Edmond schools are dog
Nice.
mascots. Yeah.
And my junior year of high school, our mascot was this girl named Ruchi, my friend Ruchi, and she would, every day after school, she'd put the big feet on, the big Jaguar feet, and run like several miles through the halls of our high school, like after school. And then I was the mascot for basketball season of my senior year, and I wish that I hadn't been. It was not fun, and I did not enjoy it. Go Westmore, but no, I'm not gonna run inside a mascot costume because I already know how it smells in there.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need more sweat in it. Also, little kids can kick really hard,
Yes.
and little kids know where to kick on a Jaguar.
There's not enough stuffing to.
There really is not. Yeah. So that is. Yeah, but I'm excited. That really does sound like fun. I want to go watch all those mascots run. It looks funny.
Chris, did you have a mascot? Were you the mascot in high school?
I was not the mascot.
Okay.
I was the drum major.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Nice.
That's so cool.
Yeah. We were the Tigers, which I think is the most popular mascot in the United States.
Wait, where did you go to high school?
Bulldogs.
Wewoka.
Wow,
Okay.
Yeah,
Tigers. Yeah. Okay.
Well, now that I've set everyone off on this tremendous tangent, I guess
Everybody remember high school?
Yeah. I guess we should talk about star of the show, which of course, Kaitlyn.
Caitlyn.
Yes, thank you so much.
Caitlin's the star of the show.
Yes, she just stepped
She's the star of every
like
show.
she had been doing this
Yeah,
forever.
a
So.
pro,
you know,
really.
Also, not to spill too much tea, but this is our second time recording this episode, so thank you for coming back, and because we messed it up the first time.
More practice for me.
Thank you very much.
We
I don't
never
remember what
mess
anything
up.
you said the first time.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
I don't
Could
know
you
what you're talking
tell?
about. Well, I guess we'll wrap this thing up, huh?
All right.
Let's land this plane.
That's all we have for you this week. This show has been known from here to Idabel, home of the Red Slough Alligators, as the Oklahoma Today podcast. Head to oklahomatoday.com or pick up our latest issue on newsstands right now. Send your feedback to oktpod@travelok.com. We'll talk to you again next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. That was a good show.
The Oklahoma Today podcast is a production of Oklahoma Today magazine and the Oklahoma Tourism and Recreation Department. Your hosts are Oklahoma Today editors Nathan Gunner, Carly Ibarra, Megan Rossman, Kirsten Stone, and Ben Lucian. Theme song, editing, and production help by Oklahoma Today's production manager Bridget Sloan. Video production by videographer Chris Cook. For more information, visit oklahomatoday.com. So, Jenna, I heard that there's some sponsors we need to know about, too.
Yeah, we're really thankful. OG&E is our presenting sponsor of Safari Lights, and we have Devon and MidFirst Bank on as supporting sponsors as well.
That's fantastic. Now, how do I get out of this snowman thing?
We gotta wait to melt.
Oh, okay. So only a few more months. Got it.